3 tools can now turn a single sentence into a finished video clip, and the gap between them is bigger than almost anyone tells you. By the end of this, you will know exactly which one fits the kind of video you actually make. The 3 names you keep hearing are Sora from OpenAI, Veo from Google, and Kling from a company called Kuaishou in China. They all promise the same magic: type a prompt, get a video, but they are not interchangeable, and picking the wrong one can cost you hours and real money. Here is why this matters to you. Even if you have never touched an AI video tool, a short clip that used to need a camera, a location, actors, and an editor can now be drafted in under a minute from your laptop. That changes who gets to make video at all. A solo creator, a small business owner, a teacher, a marketer with no budget, all of you are now in the same room as a studio. But that only works if you choose a tool that matches your goal, your patience, and your wallet. So let me break down what actually separates these 3, and stick around, because the cheapest option is not the one most people expect. Let me start with the core idea in plain language, because the marketing makes this sound more mysterious than it is. Every one of these tools is a kind of prediction engine. You give it a text prompt, sometimes a starting image, and it generates a sequence of frames that tries to match what you described while keeping motion smooth and physics roughly believable. The hard part is not making one pretty frame. The hard part is making the 2nd, the 10th, and the 100th frame agree with each other, so a person does not suddenly grow a 3rd arm or melt into the background. That single problem, staying consistent over time, is where these tools win or lose. Keep that in mind, because it explains every difference I am about to show you. First, Sora from OpenAI. Sora made the loudest splash because its demo clips looked startlingly cinematic, with detailed lighting and a real sense of camera movement. Its strength is creative, dreamlike scenes, the kind of shot that does not have to obey strict real-world logic. If you want a fox made of smoke walking through a neon city, Sora is comfortable there. Access has rolled out through OpenAI's own apps and subscription tiers, so if you already pay for ChatGPT, you may have a path in. The trade-off is control. Reportedly, getting Sora to match an exact specific brief, a precise product on a precise table, can take many tries, and that burns through your usage. So Sora is a strong pick when you want wow, and a frustrating one when you need precise. Now here is a question before I move on. Which of these do you think professionals reach for when they need a clip to fit into a real edit next to real footage? Hold that thought. Second, Veo from Google. Veo's whole personality is realism and integration. Because Google sits on an enormous amount of video and has its own giant compute, Veo tends to do well with natural motion, believable lighting, and in its newer versions, synchronized audio, meaning it can generate sound that roughly matches the scene. That audio piece is a bigger deal than it sounds. A silent clip always feels like a tech demo. A clip that arrives with footsteps, ambient noise, or a voice feels like content you can publish. Veo also plugs into Google's ecosystem and creative tools, which matters if you live inside those products already. The catch is that the most capable tiers sit behind paid plans, and availability has rolled out gradually by region, so what you can access depends on where you are and what you pay. So to answer the question I left open, when people need a clip that slots cleanly next to real footage with sound, Veo is very often the one they reach for. That is the payoff of its realism focus. Third, Kling from Kuaishou. Kling surprised a lot of people because it came out of China and quickly proved it could handle long, coherent shots with strong motion. Its calling card is movement and duration, longer clips that hold together, and people who actually look like they are moving through a real space. Kling has been more openly accessible to international users through its own platform, often with a free tier that lets you generate a limited number of clips before paying, which is exactly why the cheapest entry point is not the name you expected. For a creator who just wants to test the water without a subscription, that free door is a real advantage. The trade-off can be queue times and a learning curve in the interface, and like the others, the best quality usually sits behind a paid plan. Let me rehook you here, because this is where most comparison videos quietly mislead you. They show you the single best clip each tool ever produced and call it a fair fight. It is not. What actually matters is the average result you get on a normal Tuesday, on your 10th try, with a boring practical prompt. So instead of chasing the prettiest demo, judge these tools on 4 honest questions. Question 1. What are you making? For surreal, artistic, scroll-stopping visuals, Sora leans into imagination. For grounded, realistic scenes that need to look like the real world, Veo is built for that. For longer clips with strong, believable motion, Kling earns its place. Question 2. What is your budget? If you want to start free, Kling's free tier is the friendliest on-ramp. If you already pay for an ecosystem, OpenAI or Google, the tool inside it may be cheaper in practice because you are not adding a new bill. Question 3. How much control do you need? If you must hit an exact brief, expect to write tighter prompts, use a starting image when the tool allows it, and budget for several regenerations no matter which one you pick. Question 4. Where do you live and work? Access and pricing genuinely vary by region and change often, so the right answer this month may shift by next quarter. Now the common mistake, and almost everyone makes it, people pick a tool based on a viral demo, generate 3 clips, hit a rough result, and conclude the whole technology is fake. The real issue is usually the prompt and the workflow, not the model. A vague prompt like "make a cool city video" gives the tool 1,000 choices and no direction. A specific prompt, naming the subject, the camera move, the time of day, the mood, and the length, gives it a target. The second mistake is treating the raw output as the finished product. Professionals treat these clips as raw footage. They generate several, pick the best few seconds of each, and stitch them in a normal editor. That is how those flawless montages you see are really made. So what should you actually do next? Today. Start with the free or cheapest door so you risk nothing. For most people, that means trying Kling's free tier first, just to feel how prompting works. Then write one specific prompt, not 5 vague ones, and generate it a few times so you see the range, not a single lucky frame. If your work needs realism and sound test, Veo next. If you are chasing bold artistic visuals and you already pay for OpenAI, try Sora. Compare them on your prompt, not on someone else's highlight reel, and keep a simple note of what each one cost you in time and credits, because that real-world cost is the number that should decide your choice. So back to the promise I made at the very start. You wanted to know which of these 3 fits the video you actually make, and now you have a clear rule. Sora for imagination, Veo for realism and sound, Kling for motion, duration, and the friendliest free start. The wrong tool wastes your hours and your credits. The right one feels like having a tiny film crew on call. Remember that prices, features, and access for all 3 are moving fast, so always check the current details before you commit real money. If this helped, the natural next step is learning how to write prompts that get usable clips on the first or second try, so you stop burning credits on guesses. That is the skill that turns any of these tools from a toy into something you can really use.